Hi everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story episode, I can't remember what episode I'm on, episode 57 with me, Sid, yeah. Preparation, oh man, that's key. So, last episode, this roof's not very waterproof, is it? Last episode, we made this, and I pulled up thing and said, what's this? And a few people thought I'd been caving and found some relic or something, but no, this is our teleportation to Hoover. There was a question about whether it's a durability thing for the metal. It is. It's, I believe, bronze does 2,000 and iron 3,000 steel more, so you know you get more durability for using more better metals, I suppose is the word I'm looking for here. However, I need to get some ladders. Have I got any ladders? I have got ladders. Lovely. We could do with a trapdoor as well. Hang on, it's not going to help me putting them there, is it? Trapdoor. Let's have a look. Trapdoor is just sticks and plankage, so pine, I think. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with a little bit of 1, 2, 3. That will give me some of those, and then really need something to illuminate where I'm going to be building. So I postulated a design revolution, if you like, and to try and get more temporal gears, because I used all the temporal gears I have making the rune and that point. And if I want to do teleporting back, oh, I love it. Look at this rain and thawing, and oh, it's heaven. If I want to actually gain anything out of this, then I need to try, and I think I should be able to do this down here. I need to try and come up with a means of getting access to the drifters that spawn in, or fall in to, oh, hello, too far. Fall into the pit in such a way that I can actually exploit it. And I think what I need to do is basically make a, well, for want of a better word, a mob grinder. So I need to go down another line, that row, that's fine. Because then I can exploit the fact they're here, get them to approach me, and basically yoink them to death. Now the question is, how do I do it? I mean, one option is to give them a point so they can access in this way and fall down into a 1-by-1 hole, where I then have the ability to stand down. Say if they're here and they're too deep and I'm down at this point, they're in this hole, and I've, hang on, let we get this done proper. And I'm in down here, going stabby stabby. That might be the simplest solution. Of course, this is not brilliant video because it's very bloody dark in here now. So let's let's just illuminate the place a little bit, and we're going to want a ladder going down. And do I want, let's have a look. So I can stand there, they shouldn't be able to get me through that, and I can basically kill them. Which sounds like a plan to me. Now what we do need to think about is I'm going to take this out and replace it with cobble just because, well, I can. And I would like it to at least look half made. Like that. Then it'll be 1, 2 there. Definitely need to go down a bit further there. And part of the reason why I want to do this so urgently is because I'm confident that we're not a million miles away from a night of attackage. So I come down here. I'm very tempted to put that in. Take that and place it where? Perhaps there? That's enough. I don't have any more slabs of that nature, which is a bit of a pain. Any way that I can... It won't go there. I mean, it can go there. Maybe that. Maybe just go with that and block the whole lot in. Again, the idea is I don't want there to be any chance of drifters being able to spawn down here. Not that I'll be here during the night time, but let's get it. Take these out. Let's just see whether I can. If I do that, yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. And that. Come back up to the surface, I do need to eat as well, so that is a consideration, and I would like to place you like so. Right, and now it's very dark, so let's scuttle back to my home, get some food, sleep the night away, and see what the weather does tomorrow. But that hopefully will give me an opportunity to leverage the for want of a better word, the Horde Nights. Because of course that's exactly what it is. It's a Horde Night. It's a 7 Days to Die Horde Night. Under or by another name. Right, yeah, I'm going to grab some food, sleep, I'll see you in the morning. Alright, so it's the next morning. It's snowing again, but it's -2, so obviously it gets cold overnight, and with it being raining, it had the opportunity to refreeze, so it's going to be a little while longer, I think, before we can safely go spring is here. Looking a lot better though, has to be said. Starting to feel like we're seeing the end of winter ahead of us, which is great. Wonderful, super awesome. I think that is ready to process in the next barrel. That's 2 large hides, so that will give me 12 more leather. That's not bad, but I just need this winter to lose its hold on the world. It just seems to have gone on forever. Sworn I just heard something. Oh look, he's sensing the start of spring. He wants to get out and join in and have some fun. But anyway, we'll see how that works. That should potentially become quite a good farm for drifters. So we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, I am going to continue pushing through March. As I say, I'm fairly confident that a temporal storm is due in the next 2 days or so. So I'm going to keep pushing through. Oh, look at it. It's having a... Don't try it growing. Look. Oh. I'd love to know if that bear is up there. I'd love to be able to see it, or not see it, you know, just know that it's a thing. Right, I also need to feed you guys, so let's do that. I need to figure out how I'm going to separate off the animals that I want to kill from the animals that I want to breed. That's potentially going to be problematic at some point. I'll have to figure that one out. Because needless to say, eventually I'm not going to want the Generation 0 or the Generation 1 stuff, not when I can get Gen 2 or Gen 3 or Gen 4 or multiple Generation 1s and get to the point where I actually got the good sheepsters. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit. Alright, while I've been waiting, I've cast a shovel. I'm just waiting for that to melt, and a couple of more ingots of copper just to cast up what I've got, because I've been hammering the copper a little bit, but a shovel is going to come in handy for one of the things I want to do. And I would like, what are you? Pine slabs, that's 2 of. And a pine slab, that's 3 of. I need 17. So yeah, and I'd like you to be horizontal only. I'd like you to be horizontal only. I bet I want 17 of these. So refresh my memory. 2, 3. So I need another 11, which will be 22 boards. Now the reason for this is because, as ever, Neil made a practical. Neil King always makes good practical suggestions, and he says, yeah, my little worry about things dropping off of the roof on the temporal storm shelter. Well, the simplest thing to do is put an overhang so they can't drop on me from above. So it occurs to me that what we can do is we can extend this side one, so in theory nothing should be able to get dropped down. That might be an issue. Oh, look at him, he's a big old fluffy bear. I'm not going anywhere near him because he's grumpy, but you know, can't all be perfect. Everybody has the flaws, and you know, it's, and plus also the stereotype there, isn't there? Because bears are supposed to be grumpy. It's I mean, it's the entire phrase grizzly when you think about it. So yeah, that was just a really good idea, simple and elegant, and I could just get myself, there we go, lovely, lovely. So that was a couple of simple chores. The melt is really happening now, although I'm still seeing nothing for a temporal storm, which I suppose is a good thing in some ways. The shovel, what I want to do over probably here, I think, because other than a chicken coop, I think everything else is more or less taken care of. Oh, I was just wondering where the cat's gone, and she's asleep on top of my base unit. She found the air outlet on the top. It makes the warmest sleeping position. Not sure how good that is for my CPU, but well, anybody who owns a cat knows the futility of trying to tell them what they can and can't do. So yeah, so we can get ourselves our copper shovel. Probably not really got time to use it this day. I mean, it's 6:30. At least it's light at 6:30. That makes a huge difference, you know. Yeah, I can't wait for the proper light nights to come back. In reality, my my better half does not respond well to the winter months and the darkness. She definitely has a little teensy bit of the old seasonal sad seasonal affective disorder, and usually by this time it's starting to get run a little bit long. Anyway, yeah, I've got more to do, but we can keep on feeding the fish, the sheep, so I can wait around for that. That bear hopefully is never going anywhere, and the roof is starting to clear. I'm hoping by the end of this episode the thaw is seriously upon us, because this has been a long winter, and I would like to be able to get abroad if you like. Not abroad, well, I would like to go abroad because obviously I like my holidays, but not in the game. So yeah, just waiting for the temporal storm to come, and I'll be back in a bit. Alright, been doing a little bit of excavating. We're still not getting the message, and then we've got to wait after that, but I have managed to do a little bit more thing. The thaw is definitely here. I think I'll be able to confidently state that that we are through the winter by the end of this episode. So this is a peculiar little farm. It's not actually necessary. You know, there's plenty of this stuff in the wild, and also right outside my my door. But it always seems to be one of those things that you want a little bit of at some point. So I thought, rather than muck around, how many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rather than muck around, I would do this as a walled off farm with clear marked places, and we're going to plant cattails in a nice structured and laid out farm, so we don't have to keep going swimming around in our lake. Not exciting, but you know what, it's a thing, and it also is going to allow me to pass some time. So I'm going to harvest some more of these cattails, and I shall be back in a bit. Well, I never thought I'd see this day, but we are more or less defrosted. It's green again. Oh man, this is just awesome. There's a lot of work to do around the planting, but it's still too cold. It's -1 at the moment, so it's still too cold to actually start thinking about planting crops. But and there's definitely a wolfy boy out there. And I mean, it could have been the wolf up there, but it just sounded more beary than wolfy. Still too cold for those. Look at those baby sheepses. And I pop this in. Now, I do realise that these seem to grow on the land. What I don't know is if there is any significant difference in their growth rates to water to land, and because to me reeds are always a water thing, it makes sense to me that they are there. It feels right rather than, you know, wrong. And I think I have got pretty much all of the ones out of the immediate vicinity. So yeah, get a nice little bay area, and I've got a reed farm. However, we're now facing the simple fact that it is 1st of April, April Fool's Day, and I am expecting a temporal storm any time. So I really do want to test this thing out, which is, you know, going to take a little bit of time. So, realistically, I don't have a huge amount to be on with. Oh, it was definitely a bear that I heard up there. That sound. That was the sound I heard. It chills you to the bones. And you realise that life is fleeting and transient in nature. Now, I would like to try and find the piggly-winks and do those at some point, and but in terms of forage and stuff around the area, I don't think we're going to find much this early on in the season. So yeah, just waiting on that storm. So I'll just potter around a bit and I'll see you in a short while. Alright, that occurred when I was asleep. I don't know how long I've got to wait for that, but I have got a reasonable amount of food, so shouldn't really take damage from that little drop, should I? And especially not if I'm just doing a drop. Anyway, because I'm not entirely sure, it'd be useful, if that message was time-stamped. Just because, we could utilise that to our advantage. If I just leave you at that, that's probably sufficient. And we will just wait for... I made some bread past the time because it's actually handy food. Because you can carry a larger amount of it. But yeah, the thaw is here. I'm a happy bunny. In fact, the temperature is a bit low at the moment. It got as high as 7 before I went to sleep, so it is warming, and it's April, so probably should be thinking about planting some crops, to be honest. See, I wonder whether we could get... let's not take the chances. So I'm going to do the temporal storm, let it pass, and then we're going to try this drifter, demon sloth farm out. And well, I've just got to wait and let the storm pass now, which is going to be nothing really to watch other than some nauseating screen effects. So again, I'll be back in a short while. And finally, we're over. So that's the thing. That was particularly heavy and particularly unpleasant. Come on, you. That's right, come this way. What we like on this side then? That's right. Don't know how these are pretty tough ones. I certainly don't want to be facing him on even. Right. Definitely got a few beasties out there. Don't want to lose these though, because they're expensive. We'll come back to you later. Hi. Don't do that. Right. Oh. This is not good. No. That did not work. Okay. Well, I think we're going back to the drawing board on that one. That just hammered me. Let's have a look what this guy's got. There's a good chance for these ones, because but of course there's also a good chance that they got out. And I don't think oh jeez, yeah. No. 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 We can do it the safe way from distance. So I need to definitely rethink the plan for my space down there. That did not work. Tainted drifter. Oh, wonderful. We've got a little bit of fibre, because that's what I really needed after taking all that damage and taking a hell of a lot of damage on my armour. What I really needed was yeah, need to think that one through. Okay, well, I think on that note then, it's probably time to harvest a few horsetails. Luckily there are quite a few. Well, there's a few in there. And we're going to need them, because I need to make myself some more poultices. And probably, well, I say I need to probably rethink that and maybe even do a little bit of research of the online variety to see if anybody's got a kind of a drifter grinder, because there has to be a way to farm these things. And if we can farm them, then we can farm gears, tainted temporal gears, and gears actually for that matter, which is, you know, going to stand us in good stead. So yeah, less than successful trial there. That guy had got quite a reach on him. Let me just double check what I do with these. If I just want it's just reeds, isn't it? Yeah. Which I think are up there. And I think it's just a case of doing that, isn't it? That will give me 4. That's enough. Right, well, we learnt an important lesson. well, we learned several important lessons. Let's be brutally honest. One of them was don't muck around with corrupt drifters. Don't take them lightly, and I probably underestimated just how tough they were going to be. But it is spring. It has sprung. It's finally here. We can get out and do things again. We've got through the temporal storm. I keep wanting to call it a horde night. So next episode, I'm going to get out and do some stuff, and I'm going to have a think about this this drift grinder between episodes. I think if anybody has got any ideas, I'm all ears. On that note, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you soon, and bye for now.